in MPP, and you media people, the way you twist, I want to state it emphatically, and it should be reported as it is, not twisting. Two things. Family matters, I will not discuss here because Adwoa is good, taking care of my kids. But politically, I will choose Mrs. Kwashiga over Adwoa anytime. Anytime, any day. Because we have to reward hard work, commitment to party. Those days that Kwashiga put his life on the line for NPP party, where was Adwoa Sarfo? You come to office in 6 months, you write the letter without even consulting the president. You write a letter to sack the woman. The only thing the president got to know was that it was in the papers that Mrs. Kwashiga has been sacked. What is this? So if the president instructs you to reinstate the woman, Dr. Amoako, we respect you. You are a very good man, a loyal party, but respectfully, before you also comment, you should investigate and ask questions. Before you go and put it out there, if we lose, so what? We've been in opposition before. Why are we being threatened all the time? You lose, you lose, you lose.
Well, do you consider that a threat?
Yeah, of course. That if you make a mistake and remove Adwoa Sarfo, I want to tell Dr. Amoako that Adwoa Sarfo is in parliament in the name of MPP, but we are in opposition. So if we lose, we go to by-election and lose. It doesn't make a difference, I tell you. For the way the girl or the woman is treating MPP party. Look, we all have problems in the party. Me, let me tell you, all the sacrifices I've made, with the exception of the judge that I was annoyed, they wanted to take my land and I insulted them. Every court case that I have in this country is because of MPP. But nobody in MPP has even asked, oh, how is the court case?
You clearly have a heart for the New Patriotic Party. You've called for compromise on the part of the NPP because the numbers really, and you don't have a clear majority in parliament.
Yeah.
How do you propose this compromise is achieved?
You know, we all have to put our grievances behind us. Just as I told you that I also have problems in the party. Me, I'm a businessman. The way I run my mouth to defend MPP, if I want a contract, I beg like a kid. Read my lips.
Really?
I beg, yes, I beg like a kid in MPP before they give me something. And when you go there for 100, they'll give you piecemeal 20. I look at them and I say, Lord, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. But we are still surviving. It's not rosy as you see it out there. We all have problems, but party first. But party first. So if you think you have a problem and the way you are going to operate is to sabotage the party. Now, you are asking for the president to remove the deputy majority leader for you to be a deputy majority leader. I will also go back to America and tell President Akufo-Addo, resign before I come. Yeah. If President Akufo-Addo should yield to Adwoa's demand, I'll also go to America. Then I'll make phone call to Chief of Staff. Well, tell President Akufo-Addo to resign before I come back. Somebody will look at me, Kere Japan, you talk too much. Okay, I'm also not coming to Parliament. What precedents are we setting in this party? Yeah. So please, we have to be truthful. I have kids with her. But it's gotten to this point.
And this, as you say, purely is along political lines.
Political.
Has nothing to do with your personal relationship with her.
No, this is political.
Right.
I think she's wrong. She should rather apologize to the party. They should stop begging her. They should stop begging her.
Do you support the cause for her removal?
Yes. Yeah, but the foundation I've laid clearly tells you that I support for her removal if she doesn't come and sit there and make demands. Prophet, Dr. Amoako, what do you know? When she refused to pick my call for 13 times, I tried Sunday, she refused. Wednesday, she sends her PA, calls me, and Adwoa says, if you can help our son's bill. I said, but when I wanted to talk to her, she did not even pick. You, ever since you've been her PA, have you heard that I have argued with Adwoa even one day? He said no. So why did she place the call to you and not me? I'm not going to give her a dime. And Dr. Amoako, listen to me here. Me, I don't like people like that, honestly. I have vowed not to insult. Can never blast the beer. Sarfo. Chief of staff called me. I went there. Said, now this is what she's saying. I swear my mother's grave. Chief of staff gave me 120,000. Deposited in Adwoa Sarfo's Fidelity Bank account. Please, Amoako, what do you know?
So a lot has been done.
Yes, I'm telling you. I put the money there in the Fidelity account. Ask her PA if what I'm saying is not the truth. But now we are in opposition. The way Adwoa is treating the party is clearly showing that we are in opposition. And this shouldn't be tolerated at all.
You know, the conversation about her position would not be of great significance, for the lack of a better expression, if there was a clear majority in Parliament. And this has become even more in sharp focus because of the e-levy. I'd like your thoughts on the e-levy bill itself.
You know, my e-levy, I support e-levy fully. Because it's about time black man takes his destiny into his own hands. Black people should stop begging white people to feed themselves. We've been in classrooms with them. Fordham University is a pure white university. About 5% minority, 95% white. But we all receive awards. It clearly tells you that if you think the way they think, you'll be a superior being. So, with this pandemic, that the whole world is suffering from it, who is going to take his taxes and give it to you? Who? So we have to be independent by collecting these small taxes here and there so that we can also run the economy. But if I hear some people argue that we should go to IMF, any government that goes to IMF has failed. And we haven't failed for the good works that we have done in this country. You should applaud Ken Ofori-Atta. He's not well, but still, yesterday I heard them in Wa, all in the name of the country. Please. Now let me explain the e-levy to you. I think there is a problem because yesterday I was listening to Asempa and the Japa stressed 100 cedis you pay 150.
You're referring to Japa Mesa?
Yes.
Japa Mesa, okay.
And yesterday, after GBC, the workers there, some were telling me that, you know, our people don't explain the e-levy well to the masses. Which I disagree because it's like they've been polluted and they don't want to know. But let me take this opportunity to explain. Look, if you are sending 200 cedis to your mother, first 100 cedis is zero tax. The second 100 cedis, you pay 1 cedi 50 pesos. So if you are sending 300, you are not going to pay 4 cedis 50 pesos. You will pay 3 cedis because the first 100 is free. Ghanaians should get it clear that the first 100 is free. The second 100, making 200 that you are sending, you pay 1 cedi 50 pesos. So if you are sending 300, you pay 3 cedis 50 pesos. If you are sending 400, you pay 4 cedis 50 pesos instead of 6 cedis because the first 100 is free. Ghana Fontian here. We have to listen carefully because maybe they are refusing to accept or we don't communicate well. The first 100 cedis you send is free. Now let me tell you,
after that.
the mode of transactions, business of late is on our mobile phones everywhere in the world. So what America now is doing is that they call something Cash App. The Cash App, the first $500 is free. If you send $600, the $100 is taxable. They deduct. Now, they call something structuring. Within 24 hours, if you want to beat the system, for instance, I want to send $1,000 to you. Today, I'll send 500.
Then tomorrow, another 500.
Then tomorrow, another 500. When you send 500 today, and within 24 hours, you send another 500, it is called structuring. You are trying to beat the system. So immediately it triggers to IRS. They report you to IRS. IRS will not come after you, but at the end of the year, there's a printout to you to go and file your tax. Because this is the business transaction you did on your mobile. Some friends are saying that you don't have to compare America. Why not? America, the richest nation on earth, even is applying some form of e-levy. How much more a poor country like Ghana? So surprisingly, we want to know, I know they do corporate social responsibility. I don't doubt that. These telcos, they are charging 2 cedis. And Ghanaians don't find any problem with it, my brother. But when it comes to 1.5, Ghanaians have a problem. These same people are asking, look at Honorable Samsehi asking for new rules for Bodi. Where are we going to get the money? It's all part of it.
But at 6.8 billion cedis a year, is that what we need to
my brother,
really shore up the
it's
economy?
an added on. Okay, it's better than nothing because 8 billion cedis. If you go to IMF, NDC people went to IMF for 1 billion. They structured this 330 million a year. And look at the restrictions they gave them. So in 3 years, going to IMF for 1 billion, in 3 years, 330 million a year, 3 times, getting you to 1 billion. This one will give you 1 billion times 3, which is $3 billion. Look at the difference.
Yeah, some have argued that the way the e-levy debate is being looked at is largely because it's as though we're pouring money into a container, a bucket that has holes in it.
My brother. Yesterday, I listened to one presenter, 92.7, and I was sad. I got so furious before I got to GBC studio. I was so annoyed. But democracy, we have to entertain everybody. My brother, let me tell you, under MPP government, the development that has gone on these 5 years is unprecedented. Look at the roads being constructed everywhere. Look at factories coming up. Look at school feeding or free SHS. Look at development. Businesses springing up under MPP government. How can you say it's a basket that you pour water into it and it's leaking?
Well, I mean, at the end of the year,
we show for whatever we've done.
To have Alexander Fenyomarking removed as deputy majority leader, what else is she asking for?
That's what I just told you, that I will not come
unless it's announced that it's been removed.
Right? And the second one was that if I don't come, e-levy, if you don't give me what I want, I will not come. E-levy will not be passed. If it doesn't pass, you go to IMF. I had gone there to Chief of Staff's office to plead on behalf of Adwoa, and he said, my brother, please don't go there. If you are saying A, B, C, D, I've just spoken to her. This is her demands. So I said, well, I've done my part.
What would you think would account for her request for the removal of the deputy majority speaker?
Well, maybe she's not happy as a minister for what? Gender. Maybe. And again, Dr. Amoako stated that because of Mrs. Kwashiga's age. I will tell you straight. You see, all those people born in Accra, Kumasi, in the cities, you should go back to your village and learn common sense and wisdom. See, you guys here born in Accra, latogene babies, you take decisions anyhow. Go and stay with your grandmother, your grandfather in the village. You will think, oh, you're a village boy, this and that. But the common sense and the wisdom, the impact. Why I'm saying that is that the school feeding coordinators, listen carefully. When Adwoa was made the president, the minister, they came to me. Oh, Adwoa is your wife. Tell her to remove Mrs. Kwashiga because she doesn't pay us. She doesn't do this. One, because of Asini Dompim, wisdom, training. I did not listen to them, but I did investigation. And I realized that, look, these women that are complaining about Mrs. Kwashiga, they are rather inflating the schools. Kanoforiata has agreed with Swedro MP, what's the name? No, this is my friend. That look, these are the numbers you have to take. It should be within the budget. The women organizers, MPP women organizers, on their own authority.
Is it Akim Swedro?
Yeah,
or
no. Aguna Swedro.
Aguna Swedro, okay.
Women organizers in the party.
No, that's Kennedy Osenyako is Akim Swedro.
No, Aguna Swedro.
Aguna Swedro.
A lady.
It's a lady.
Don't worry, I'll get the name. He's my friend. You know, so what happened was that Kanoforiata and the minister agreed that this is the number you can take. And some women organizers in our party, on their own authority, gave some schools to some women. And up to date, they've not been paid because it was not captured. So they had gone to Mrs. Kwashiga to change the names of the schools or put in more schools for them. Then he said no.
Cynthia Morrison is the name.
Yes, Cynthia. She should, today, what she will do to me? My good sister, I have a problem now. So these coordinators, they were pushing the woman, and the woman said no. But you see, they made a U-turn, came and complained that I should convince Adwoa to remove Mrs. Kwashiga, which I didn't do it. Unfortunately for her, she didn't listen or investigate. And within 6 months in office, you said that the coordinator should leave. And let me tell you straight. Let me tell you, I don't miss words. Me,